Hello and welcome back to the Wolfenaars YouTube show. For some reason I've been having trouble saying the word Wolfenaars, even though it's the simplest word in the world to say. My name is Fraser and I'll be your guide through history's dark and mysterious alleyways. Yes, my hand is still broken. It's only been a week. Please calm down. These things take a while. Alright, now we're back with another juicy tale of misdoings and strangeness. Well, not really strangeness in the sense of hanging a monkey or a flying man moth, but strangeness nonetheless. This week we are talking about King Charles II, also known as King Charles the Bewitched, a man so incredibly inbred that he just could not survive, actually. Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, ding the notification bell, do whatever you need to do, but we're getting into King Charles II, the Bewitched. King Charles III of England may not be winning any beauty pageant anytime soon. Compared to his namesake, Charles II of Spain, he's a downright stunner. Charles II was the last Habsburg king of Spain. Legend holds that he was so incomprehensibly hideous that children would flee before him. Inbreeding is bad. The Spanish Habsburgs were in trouble. They hadn't produced any male heirs in a while, and everyone in Europe knew about it. Everything seemed to change when Philip IV managed to impregnate his wife, Maria Anna. The pregnancy produced a deformed parody of a Habsburg. Philip IV had the classic Habsburg looks, an elongated skull and pronounced chin. His son had the same features in spades. Does not sound fantastic. Likely shocked by his offspring, Philip IV died when his son was only 4 years old. Phil was an optimist though, and he assumed the boy would grow into a passable man by the age of 14. He willed the kingdom to his son to be crowned on his 14th birthday. As Charles II grew, the Spanish court realized that the boy was exceedingly feeble in body and mind. His behavior was infantile. He agreed with whatever the last suggestion was that he heard. Along with his mental deficiencies, the boy seemed to have a heart defect, which rendered him weak. Due to his weakness, Charles wasn't taught how to read and write until he was much older than normal for those skills. He never received any higher learning. Strangely, his favorite pastime was counting things, but not too many things. The Spanish court was thrilled at the prospect of such a weak king. Whoever could get close to the boy could get their interests enacted into law. Government has always attracted the snakiest people, and late 17th century Spain was no different. Charles II's mother, Maria Anna, was the daughter of the Holy Roman Emperor Ferdinand III. Emperor Ferdinand's wife was King Philip IV's sister, making Maria Anna his niece wife. Ferdinand III's father was King Philip IV's uncle on his mother's side. The web gets more tangled the further up you go. It's real weird. How any of these people were able to speak, let alone rule, was a miracle. Love for the Tool King. Due to the superstitious nature of humans, and especially during the 17th century, people blamed bewitchment for Charles II's issues. It had to be witches. Cousins marrying cousins for hundreds of years couldn't possibly be the problem. They were all from noble stock after all. Bewitched or inbred, the boy king wasn't fit to govern a country. The first years of his life were dominated by his mother. She controlled all the decisions and dealt with King Louis XIV of France's dreams of expanding into Spain. Her regency was marked by a power struggle with Charles II's bastard brother, Don Juan José de Austria. To highlight Charles II's ineptitude, a month before his mother's regency was set to end, Don Juan told the king to officially summon him to court. He would enact a royal decree to instate Don Juan as the next regent. His mother found out about the plot and told Charles II to extend her regency by 2 years and expel Don Juan by royal decree. Charles obeyed both times. Proving that you can't keep a bastard down, Don Juan took over the government in 1678. He set up a marriage for Charles II to Marie-Louise de Orléans. Apparently Marie-Louise spent her time weeping after being informed. Can't imagine why. Don Juan died before the wedding could take place. Marie-Louise d'Orléans traveled to Spain to meet her husband, who fell madly in love with her. 10 years would pass with no signs of pregnancy. Marie-Louise despaired of her inability to produce an heir. Back then, it was seen as the woman's fault if the man was shooting blanks, which Charles II definitely was. Marie-Louise d'Orléans died at the age of 26 in 1689. She was soon replaced by German princess Maria Anna of Neuburg. Maria was also unable to fall pregnant for some reason. Her time with Charles was marked by a rivalry with his mother, who was also named Maria Anna, and may in fact have been related to her very closely. Succession. After his death on the 1st of November 1700, an autopsy found that the king had only one testicle. This lonely ball was atrophied, dried up like an inbred raisin. The autopsy also found that his head was full of water, his heart was the size of a peppercorn, and his lungs were corroded, whatever that means. Also, his intestines were gangrenous. Before his death, someone suggested that he will the kingdom to King Louis XIV of France's grandson, Philip of Anjou. This decision led to a war the year after King Charles II's death. And I think we need to go back to that time. It was a simpler time with better government. Look at what's happening in the world today. Would that we had a King Charles II to save us from this madness. What do you think about King Charles II? Was the monarchy an insane idea to begin with, or was it in fact the better way to do things? I know where I stand on the matter. It was pretty crazy, especially the part where everyone was everyone's cousin and uncle and also aunt. That's a bit of a mix. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Any topics you would like me to cover, also let me know about that. You can find links to the articles down below, and like, subscribe, comment, ding the bell, send it to your grandfather today. He might actually remember a time when the monarchy was still valid. And until I see you again, you stay smart.